It's like I'm just saying, like, so so if you got the fact that you guys are learning like this stuff now.
Yeah.
Imagine when you're like my age, right? Like, it's gonna be a lot. Shit's gonna be so much crazier. Like, I'm 10 years ago. That sounds like prehistoric times. No iPhones, no YouTube, no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, like then Yahoo had Super Bowl commercials. That was the coolest. Yahoo was a cool website, and Facebook and MySpace. Yeah. MySpace was the shit back then.
Yeah. Who knows? There could be like holograms.
It could be.
And that could be like back in Cali, like right now, teleport.
It's really
anything's possible.
It's really shit you cannot predict it. Like, you know, I couldn't. If I was your age, there's no way I could have said I'll be going to do this because no one did this.
So what would you say is best for us to prepare for that?
What you doing now, man?
For real?
Like,
hell
learning,
yeah!
Like learning this, like, cause that way as things change, like if you run in and get into it now, like as things change, you'll be in it, you know.
We'll be prepared for the opportunity, which is what luck is. Brian Tracy says it's luck in the luck factor.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you'll be very prepared. And like it won't be like crazy to you. Like, you know, it will be like you'll see it as it comes and you'll adjust as it happens and you know, like you'll evolve with it.
Yeah.
Right. It's gonna be amazing, man. Like the fact that we did a YouTube video with a phone.
Right. And you can send it out to over 400,000 instantly.
I can upload it now to YouTube like that. Like you could do that 5 years
That's
ago.
Like
Like for real, not an HD one. Like, so 10 years from now.
Yeah, what's gonna happen?
But it's like you got to know this shit now. You guys are like the ground floor of your lives.
Yeah.
And it's like, and everything they're saying is real, man. Like I'm probably not like smarter than any of you. In fact,
dude,
honestly, like on paper, you guys are probably like a lot smarter than me. I got ADD, dyslexia, like real talk. Like my shit is all fucked up. you guys can probably crush it. You know.
Yeah, I got ADHD too, and it's like seeing someone like you, who's a lot similar. Like I just see little similarities, gives me a lot of confidence. Like I see Elliot doing, I see Ty, and they're like, Well, Elliot was good. Like I could relate to him, but Ty and some of these other guys, not so much. Yeah. But you're so vulnerable. Owen's another guy's like really vulnerable. He can like put himself out there, make fun of himself, and that is like makes me hit the next level.
That's
It's inspiring. Yeah. Very inspiring.
Especially, I mean, like, yeah, man. Like I'm excited to see what y'all come up with. You know, like if we do a non-jobs 2020, 25, you know, or whatever, or even 2020. Yeah, 5 years from now, man. Like, how many of y'all were here last year?
Just me.
Just you.
I didn't know about it.
Oh, all right. There was a kid. Listen, I don't want y'all to. I don't want to call him out because he's not a nice kid. But I met a kid who was here last year, and I was like, "Oh man, all right, cool. So like, what's your non-job now?" And he was like, "Oh, I ain't started yet, you know."
Still?
And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, I punched him in the chest. Like, fuck,
good shit.
Like, don't wait for like no great idea.
Right.
You're probably not. You're not the fucking Wright brothers. You're gonna come up with. You know, you're not gonna invent something crazy. Just do some regular. Ellie's not the first fitness guy.
Yeah.
You know, Owen's not the first guy to do dating advice.
You know,
like,
that's a great point, man.
Like, just take some regular shit. It's about execution, not
It goes
about.
back to what Ellie was saying about redoing everything.
Yeah.
Remixing it.
It's all about
just take action.
Because wasn't Ty the one that said if you come up with a totally new idea that nobody's ever even thought of, that it's not even gonna work?
Yeah, the Wright brothers crashed.
Is that Ty?
They're playing Crash.
Yeah, right.
It was literally, you know, like it's almost better. Like, well, like even like mathematically, like if you could, like, okay, the business term you call something totally new. It's called like a blue ocean market. That's like a term. Like it's blue. Like so, this is a new market, like totally new. Like when iPhones came out touchscreen. That's a blue ocean market. They were the first. Like totally, like a red ocean market would be some shit like regular shit, chairs, you know, and more money is made in red ocean markets than blue ocean markets. Because for one, if you come up with something totally new, you got to educate the customer. You got to teach them what it is and why they need it, and explain it to them. You know,
22 immutable laws of marketing. Be the first, like that kind of
thing. I mean, that's the thing, right?
That's what Big Mike was with the advanced nutrients.
Yeah.
Kind of like that's his favorite book. He put a spin. You can put a spin on anything.
You can put a spin. I mean, you got to put your spin on it, but that's gonna happen like naturally. Like you do yoga,
organically.
Right? You don't have to think of Don't try to think of no crazy yoga thing. Just the fact that you're doing yoga, that makes it different.
Because you're different. You're unique.
For real. That's enough. Anything more you put different, it's just gravy, but that's enough.
And honestly, it'll probably come out like just
It'll
take
come out.
like there's a car, you're driving a car, you can't see, it's pitch black and the headlights are on. You can't see the next 20 feet out in front of you. But once you get out 20 feet, you can see the next 20 feet. And in Runyon Canyon, I'm climbing the hill and I can't see the mountain, I can't see all the way, I can't see the other houses. But once I get to the top, I can then see more, I can see then see more. So just take action. So last year, I didn't know what my non-job was, but then Matt Gallant said, just take action, right? So just make content. He said that today again. So I made like massive content, like video every day, Instagram video every day. And as I went along, okay, lighting, let's learn lighting, let's learn sound, let's do collaborations. Oh, I nod a lot in my collaborations. Let's not do that in interviews. Oh, I do that. Okay, let me ask more questions. It comes along. So as you yoga teach, you'll get feedback and you'll find your strengths and you'll find your weaknesses and you'll get awareness to everything. So just be courageous.
Play with that.
Once you get in, like, just start doing it, and it's like you'll calibrate and make like
Calibrate.
Just pick anything, and like for real, don't wait, don't sit. Like just pick, honestly, pick fucking anything.
Take that advice
Just
right
start
there.
doing it, you know.
Yeah.
And like even if
did
it
that.
fails, like you'll learn something from it, and you'll probably get. Like you can have the best idea if you can't execute it. Like I would have fucked up the idea for Uber, right? If I came up with it. It's a good idea, but I would have fucked it up. I can't execute. It's like you got to learn how to execute. It's more important. It's a different, because running a business is different than coming up with good ideas. You know, it's a different skill set.
I think it's also important to realize that you can't please everyone.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Oh yeah, no one. They killed Jesus.
Martin Luther King, Gandhi.
Yeah.
You hate on people.
Everybody.
I had to realize that in high school. High school is when I feel like it takes people longer to realize that. But since I was always so different in high school, eventually one day I was just like, "What's about to do?" It was funny. I had longer hair in high school, and I would wear it as a bang, right? So normally that's the thing that females wear. But me, I'm watching anime, right? Anybody watch anime? Know what anime is? So you know, so you know the crazy hair they got.
Japanese cartoon porn.
Erica Badu.
That's hentai.
Oh, my fault.
But no, you know they got their crazy hairstyles, and a lot of the dudes, you know, they got long hair too. So some of them wear bangs. So I was like, I have to wear a bang.
Okay.
And I knew exactly what was gonna happen. I remember specifically. I had a pen, and I marked every time somebody said something negative about it. And I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Marking haters." He was like, "We ain't no hater." I was like, "Shut up."
Ah.
And then from that point, I always did my own thing, but I always did it for me. And I remember after we graduated, I can't remember who it was, but somebody messaged me on Facebook, and they were like, "Yeah, I remember you. You were the dude that always did whatever he wanted." I was like,
Wow.
I didn't know people noticed. I was just doing my thing.
Dude, that's like Outkast, man, my favorite. They all just be Outkast. So Brandon Boucard, he says he gets like in a seminar room, he'll get all the people, like 50, 40-year-olds to stand up, wealthy people, and ask how many times you felt rejected, like really felt rejected. And it's like, usually it's like that hurt you, that changed you, like 1 or 2 times. For me, it was 1 personally, like it was that girlfriend, right? And for most people, it was like 1 to 5, that really like changed their life, rejected them so bad. How many people have supported you in some way, like the video? Thousands, millions, but we just have this negativity bias where we focus on the negative. It's really good that you honed in on the positive. And I think it's just
focus on the, like,
focus on the positive.
Focus on the negative more. Like I get like 8, like right now if I look at a bunch of comments, like everybody tell me, "Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you," and then the one that says "dumb nigger" is the one I'll fucking
think about. Yeah,
you know, like it's just
right.
one guy where like fuck, you know, you gotta try to like, for the most part, but you're gonna get hate.
Get a perspective.
You know? That's cool. Though.
And don't judge yourself or beat yourself up too much when you do it. Like the hottest timepiece chicks, when they see their picture, they look right at, and they're like 10s, right? And they just see that one thing they find wrong with them. We just like focus in on that.
It's just subjective. Like I can't tell them that they don't think I'm stupid. You know, like I mean, because that's their opinion, and that's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can think it.
I always mention how the school system do that too. I remember I said it to a teacher. I was like, also think somebody else told me was I was always the person that asked the question that everybody thought about but never said nothing about it. So I remember I was looking at my report card. I'm like, and I sucked at school. But this report card was particularly okay. I had B's and some C's. I got 1 F. It brought me down to like a 50 something. I was like, hey, how come if I get B's and C's and all this, 1 F brings me down all the way to here? She tried to explain. It didn't make no sense. I don't think she knew why. But I'm like, this whole structure doesn't make sense. I'm doing all this and I get 1 F, and I'm failing everything now. I'm failing overall. Now my mom's pissed. I feel stupid. I didn't feel stupid. I actually didn't care. But somebody else will feel stupid.
Right.
How can you explain how this is working? She probably said something about mathematics, but we ain't algorithms.
You know,
we human beings. You can't be like, oh, well, you got 1 F. Start all over again. Can you not?
I'm almost curious, like, if it might be evolutionary in some ways. It depends on what you believe in or not. But like, if you're walking along the plains and there's a snake in the grass, the negative, and you forget there's a snake in the grass, you might die.
It's totally evolution.
Ooh,
that's
probably
like we used to, like, for instance,
at least 50%.
For instance, like we used to live in like tribes of like 100 people or whatever, 100, 200 people. It's like you have to pay attention to like who's fighting, who's doing, who's conspiring, who's talking shit. Because you gotta live with these people forever. Like these are the only 200 people you're gonna know probably for the rest of your life. They're like for the majority of human history, right? So even if you can take evolution out of it, like for those of you who like believe in something else,
Just like try.
but just the most of the recorded history, like we were around the same few people all the time. So like you have to pay attention who's having sex with who.
Right.
For real, like that was stuff that was it was important to your survival, and like that's exactly why. But we don't. It's not like it anymore.
Yep.
Right. So like you have to fight that. You have to fight the urge.
Yeah.
It's just like the same reason you want to eat as much candy as you get, right?
Right.
Because it used to be hard to find something sweet, right? Like even like the fruits that we get now they didn't exist the same way they did back then, like because they've been like
They're not so like